Right, what I'd like to revisit, and we can layer this into the carousel pole. You remember that?
Around the
Carousel pole? Have I done that?
I don't know.
Like, we have not done twizzling around the carousel pole.
Don't think so.
Holy hell. Right, okay, gap missing. Right, so no, this is really good because we've done shoulder yielding.
Yes.
We've done the turnabout the forehand
Yes.
around an object.
Yes.
We very much discussed the concept of shoulder four.
Yes.
We created that feel for you of the shoulder four riding the turnabout the forehand
Yep.
and doing the shoulder yielding.
Yep.
So obviously shoulder four is all about riding the horse straight, yeah?
Yep.
Because the horse's pelvis is wider than the shoulder, obviously not when you're going down a centre line or a long diagonal, but when you're going down like the long side of an arena,
Yep.
and you've got a judge, you possibly haven't yet, but when you go up the levels, you have a judge, one judge at C, sometimes they're on the EB line and sometimes they're on the long side so they can see, you know, your shoulder and your trave, your straightness. But when they're sitting on a long side and they're watching you come toward, you must never be quarters in. But that's always where a horse is going to deviate to, because, not always, but often, you know, they'll hug the fence line with the outside shoulder and the outside hip, meaning they're a little bit pelvis in. And then meaning that inside hind leg is a bit peg leg, you know, because it's sort of on an inner track all on its own. And then you're not getting the flexion through the hip, the stifle, the hock. And that flexibility to create the adduction of that inside hind leg is part of your component of the horse gymnasticizing, obviously, but then starting to be able to sit on its bum. Because it's learned, I can bend my legs, you know, because I'm stepping under. Now, if you just park there, good girl. I can't believe we haven't done the carousel pole. No. This might be a ding for you. Good girl. Keep looking forward. From the tip of your ear, or from your ear to the tip of your shoulder to your hip, we're going to cut you in half that way. So you've got a front and a back. From the middle of your forehead, nose, chin, sternum, pubic bone, we're going to cut you in half that way. So you've got a right and a left. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So if those two lines of dissection through your body were, let's say, two pieces of paper running through you, where those two pieces of paper basically dissect each other is your central axis. Okay, so if you were a wheel, if we were looking down on you, top of your hat, and you've actually got a bobble on the top of your hat, you would have a line that dropped through. She would run on the radius of an imaginary circle that went round the two of you. Does that make sense? Yeah. Now, if she were a carousel horse, she would have a pole that came out here. You would hold on to that as you went round the carousel. You're not. We're going to move that carousel and we're going to stick that down through your central axis. Okay, so what we're then going to do, and it's kind of good, we're going to do it actually on a circle, but you see how you've got these runners in the ceiling. What I want you to envisage, and I think we'll sort of utilise what's here, because you can just circle around it and then we can, you know, muck about with it as we want to. But I want you to imagine that you are on a circle going around those four cones, and above your head there is an imaginary runner. Okay, I think of like a sliding door runner, you know, the door slides up and down it, but it can't pop out. So your carousel pole is going to come out the top of your head by, you know, 6 meters, and it's going to plug in to the runner on the circle above your head. Does that make sense? So a little bit of sand art. So if we said, let's say that's part of the circle line that you're riding, that's going to go all the way around there, and we're going to say there are her ears, her spine and her tail. There's the top of your head. So you could have a runner below you, but it doesn't matter, whichever works. I think thinking above your head is better. So then you've got the runner above your head. So that's you. So that's the central axis. She's running on the radius of an invisible circle. That makes sense?
Yep.
So if you did a clockwise twizzle of her body around your axis, we are going to move her like that. Yeah, so she's just done a right clockwise twizzle, but you stay on that runner. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So she is basically going to be adducting and stepping under with that right hind leg and then leading with the left foreleg. That makes sense?
Yep.
We could do a counterclockwise twizzle where you twizzle her the other way.
Yep.
Yeah. And now she'd be stepping under with the left hind leg, but you still stay going in
On
that,
that circle. Right.
Absolutely.
Yep.
What I love with that as kind of a visualization is I don't need to tell you what button to press. You're just going to know. If you make the most important thing that you are basically on that circle line, carousel pole locked into the runner above your head, and we can turn her on that line in a right clockwise fashion, and then we can straighten, and then we can turn her that way.
Yep.
In a counterclockwise fashion. So, you know, you could say it's sort of leg yielding on a circle.
Yep.
You could say, you're not going to really say it's shoulder in, because in shoulder in, you take the shoulder that way, you don't take the bum out.
Yep.
So sort of better to think of it more as a, you know, leg yield on the circle. And then we're not really producing bend. But you can see how you can layer your lateral posture.
So my shoulders, hips follow her.
Well, your hips should be, theoretically, your hips should be in line with her hips, and your shoulders should be in line with her shoulders. But if you're leg yielding, there should be no bend.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So you would actually just sit as you are. But if you're in a right twizzle, which way is she going to flex? If you're twizzling her right around your axis, which way? Yes, so she'll be in right flexion, won't she?
Yeah.
So whenever the horse is flexed away from the direction of travel, it's just easier for them.
Yeah.
So you haven't yet done anything where she moves into the flexion stroke bend. No. So that would be your travers, your renvers, your half pass and your pirouettes. So you're not there yet. That starts at elementary level dressage. Yeah. So let's walk her on. I'm shocked we haven't done that. I don't know why I thought we had. I thought we'd done it at your house at some point. But no, I like that.
I
no.
don't remember it.
You would, you know, and I think anything I say, I go carousel pole, and people go, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
The fact you were like blank faced and no, definitely not done that. You know, so this is a really nice way of just sort of quietly, you know, layering your lateral stuff in. But it's going to really help you with your sort of understanding of, you know, the lateral movements.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, it's really setting you up for the concept of straightness as well. Make sense?
Yeah.
So if you go into a clockwise twizzle of her body around your axis of the carousel pole, her shoulder is going to come right.
Yep.
Her hind end is going to go left. So her shoulders will come in front of your right foot. Her hindquarter is going to go behind your left foot. Very good. You should be in your position statement right. Very good. You can add a little bit of a stirrup step right. Good, 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 good. Yep, super. Well done. That's it. Now, the most important thing with this is she cannot pull you off the runner. So I just want you to envisage that pole.
She just tried to do.
Yeah, she just tried to take you left, didn't she?
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to do, is I want you to really sort of say to yourself, yep, my carousel pole is without question locked into that runner above me.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm just saying to the mare, can we take your shoulder a little bit in and your bottom... Good girl. Good girl. She's going, that's a bit hard, actually. Yeah, well done. Very good. And then very quietly, like there, you just sort of say to her, no, you're good. Honey, you can just stay on that line. Very good. Well done. Now, as we've talked about before, really important that you don't get too much neck bend.
Yeah.
So we want to try and focus on twizzling her, but keeping her head in front of her chest.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, good
So that's just
gal.
a good mare. So it's, yeah, well done. So we just quietly say, no, the other doors are shut. Good mare. Other doors are shut, and you're just doing a little, yeah.
Walk on.
Yeah, well done.
Walk on. Walk on.
Good job. And you just go, no, we're not going through the back door. Good girl.
And then
Now-
step straight back into it.
Absolutely.
Walk on.
Because the beauty of it is the angle that you're doing
Walk
is
on.
not a huge angle.
Walk on.
You know, it's not like you're saying to her, I want you on a 45-degree line to the, or angle to the line of the circle.
So
Good
that
girl.
angle just there is enough.
That's fine. You're getting a step under with the right hind leg.
Walk on.
Yeah,
That's
well
why we're
done.
getting these.
You know, and then she's going, oh, bloody hell, that's hard.
Yeah, and her
Good girl.
go-to is let's go
Yeah.
backwards.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's like, you know, obviously in dressage, backwards is like a massive no-no. Good. We want them always forward thinking. Now, can you straighten her a little bit with your outside rein? Just a little. Not so she's offended. Well done.
Good girl.
Now, the other thing, she gets a little bit sticky. She gets a little bit tight through her back.
Yeah.
So you got to go, can I just do a little bit of a lift of my seat? Just a little lighten. Good. Good. Little lift, little lighten. Good. And then give and just say to her, can you stretch and take, that's it.
Girl.
So really important to just, you know, keep showing her where you want her to go.
Good girl.
Good job. Straightening the neck and then push the hand forward. Lighten your seat a little.
Good girl.
Yeah, so you're just saying to her, you can lift your back up. Yeah, good. Now, let her go straight on the circle line. So,
Not on that.
yeah, well done. But you can see with the visualization of the carousel pole, how immediately you recognise what she's doing.
Yes.
So she's going, oh, I'm going to pull you off the runner to the right, or I'm going to pull you off the runner to the left.
Yeah.
Very good. Well done. So now, just to, obviously this next thing, we're only doing it really for just playful gymnastics. Again, it doesn't have to be a big angle, but I want you to change your weight. So you sit left, very good. And then you're going to do a counterclockwise left twizzle of her body around your axis in exactly the same way. So now the shoulder is going left and the hind quarter is coming right. Good. Super.
She finds that easier.
Yeah, a lot of them do. Good. And then again, you're just saying to her, keep your head in front of your chest. And then you can do a little stand-up sit if you feel it get a little bit tight. Good on you. Well done. Good job. Good job. Well done. And then change your weight and twizzle her back to a clockwise twizzle. And you want to get to that point where you just feel she's so comfortable at just going, yeah, I can twizzle and move that way. Good. Good. And it's doing it in such a way that she feels really like it doesn't feel confronting.
Yeah.
She feels like she's, you know, it's a playful thing for her. She says, oh yeah, I can do that.
Come on.
Good job. She gets it. Yeah, well done with the taking the weight off the back. And then think about your wheelbarrow. Think about that really firm push forward with your knuckle, with your intention. That's it. So it's like you can always, you know, good. Yep. You can always make a little adjustment, but then you want to feel the adjustment is you pushing the car off the road. It's you pushing that really heavy wheelbarrow. Well done. Well done. Good. Push the hand forward, push the wheelbarrow. So it's like your knuckles are pushing forward into an imaginary resistance. That's going to really help you switch your core on and really feel like your core has a stronger forward push than her desire to push back at you. That's it. Good mare. And push forward again. Push forward with your knuckles. Then what we're going to do, so we can layer in exercises that we've done before. So if you went into a counterclockwise left twizzle of her body around your axis, that's going to be her shoulders left and her hind quarter right. So she'll be adducting with the left hind leg. What I'm going to then get you to envisage is that the carousel pole in the runner above you suddenly gets stuck. So she's going to keep twizzling while your body stays on the same line. So you will end up doing a turnabout the forehand through 180 degrees. So you're pointing in the other direction. Does that make sense? Yep. It's a really lovely exercise just to, you know, make her really malleable and confident that she can laterally move her legs. Good. So you'll be in position left. Good. So you're space claiming on the left side of her. Good. 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 And then you're going to think about, I don't care where you do it, but think about the carousel pole. Suddenly feel like it gets stuck in the runner above your head.
So we halt or just walk into it?
Pardon?
Halt?
No, don't halt. So
Okay.
you literally, we want to keep the rhythm of the walk,
Yep.
but the front legs are basically going to mark time on the spot. And then, good, and then left twizzle, keep the same twizzle on this rein.
Ah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a lovely sort of limbering exercise.
Giving me
Good.
too much neck.
Yeah, well done. So keep yeah, exactly. Keep the head in front of the chest. Good. So then what you've done by doing that twizzle,
Yeah, good girl.
when you've done that turnabout the forehand, you've already sort of set the inside hind leg up. Does that make sense for the new rein? Good girl. So slightly straighter in that neck. That's your outside rein. Just says, yeah, keep your outside hand down a little. That's better. Good job. That's it. And then thinking about if she gets a bit tight, you've got to think of your push forward of the wheelbarrow, push forward of the, yeah. Got to push your hand away from your body.
Yeah.
And you should feel, if you positively push your hand forward, you should feel your core switch on.
Yeah.
I can, every time I do it, I don't even think about it. I pick up my imaginary wheelbarrow and I push it and my tummy switches on. You know, and it's not even something that I'm, well done. It's not even something that I'm aware of. Good. Slightly straighter in that head.
But we're off our...
Yeah, well done. So you've just got to explain, this is the line.
Walk on.
Good girl.
Good girl.
Well done. We're going to twizzle her the other way, so it'll be interesting to see. Very good. So you're going to change your weight.
And we're going to do the stuck thing?
Not yet, just do your clockwise twizzle. So shoulder goes out, bum comes in.
Yep.
Yeah, well done.
That was nice.
Good. Yeah, absolutely. And you keep saying so, keep your head in front of your chest. And then push that wheelbarrow. Really feel your core switching on. Good job. Yeah, yeah. Can you get a slightly stronger twizzle? So you're going, can I create, a bigger angle? Well done. So we get more adduction, more step under with that right hind leg.
Nice.
Well done.
Nice.
Well done.
Nice.
Good.
Good girl.
Lovely. And push forward. Good.
Good girl.
Lovely. You're then going to make your carousel pole get stuck in the runner. So she does a little twizzle around your axis. And then keep your right twizzle. Whoa, so you see how she over-rotated? Yeah. She over-rotated to then put herself on the right shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she
so
loves that.
Yeah, so it's being able, good girl. Yeah, well done. It's interesting, isn't it? Doesn't really do a no on the other rein, but this rein she says, hello, my right hind leg doesn't go under very well.
Walk on. Yeah.
Good girl. And then your right twizzle. Good mare. Less, slightly less. That's it. If she does too much, then you'll find she will do a little bit of a dive bomb onto that right shoulder.
Yeah.
Well done. Good girl, good girl. Stand up, sit down when she gets, that's it.
Yeah, good girl.
You see how that, just taking your weight off her back for a moment can be a really nice way of just cajoling her back into it without her feeling, that's it. Push the hand forward. Release your bum, take your leg off. Good job. Well done. So really concentrate on that feeling, good, on the downbeat of the softness in your bottom. Let your knees soften up every time you sit. That's better. So you really feel like you've got a little more of a concertina leg.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job. Well done. Now, good. Keep pushing your hand forward. Keep explaining to her, we are pushing a very heavy wheelbarrow or we are pushing a very heavy car, but we are pushing. Good. Well done. Now, what I would like to do, because I think it's going to keep pushing those knuckles forward. Well done. Let her have a look at the snuffles and snorts and coughs and what have you. Good. Yeah. Good. Now, I'm just going to say it and see if you can make the adjustment. But in the trot, I'd love you to feel like your thighs are a little bit more down.
Down.
Down. So yours look a little bit that way. I want you to feel they are a bit more down.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now that's not pushing more weight into your foot. It's actually feeling like you're pulling your femur out of your hip socket.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I did wonder whether I should drop my stirrups a hole.
I think you're okay because you need to, but if you
'Cause
look down there and look where your knee is in relation to the front of the thigh block,
Yeah.
it's not in it.
No.
So you see on your thigh block, actually I didn't see that because your thigh was in the way. If you stop there a sec, actually that's a good focal point for you. I did not see that seam there. So you see how there's a seam just here that they've stitched in? When you're trotting,
Yeah, no, I'm
I
up
can't
like
even
that.
see it. You've got to think, good girl, you've got to think, so it's not about you pushing weight into your foot, it's keeping your foot light in the stirrup, but it's you feeling, you can still keep a bend in the knee, sounds a bit counterproductive, but that you're actually, does that make sense?
Yeah.
You're actually like following, the bottom of your quad is following the line of that.
Yeah.
So your leg looks so much longer there.
Yeah. Whereas I tend to get all up
You
in
do,
here.
and then it makes
And
you,
then that's what locks all
locks
that
your
up.
hip. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing that happens, because we know like the A-frame of your thigh is super important in part of your ability to support your own weight. So if your heel goes down or your leg comes too far forward, or your knee comes up, you end up landing only on your bottom.
Yeah.
And then often horses will protect themselves a bit because
yeah.
they know you've got to feel, like your thighs are sort of, not a restrictive, but they're a closed peg down the sides of her rib cage, which is then going to help you support your bum weight on her back. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good girl.
Good girl.
And so it may be just to take the whole thigh off, rotate it inward, and then let it come back down. So it's a real, take the whole leg off, rotate your hip inward, that's it, and then think, that's it. Shows my hips just popped out of joint. Don't worry, that happens to me as well. It's a horrible feeling, isn't it? You're like, hang on, my hip's not in the right place.
Right, that's better.
That's it, good on you. Well done, that's much
now
better.
I've got good duck bum as well.
You've got what, sorry?
Good duck bum.
Good duck bum.
That's my mantra.
I love that.
Duck bum. A fluffy duck
Yeah.
bum.
No, don't sit on your tail, exactly.
Or, yeah.
Yeah, because do you remember when the first time I met you at Aldinga and you were so tail tucked?
Yeah.
So tail tucked, it's so much better.
And we have so many ducks at home, so it reminds me when
I see a duck and go, oh, yeah, that's what I'm
Duck bum.
copying.
All right.
Now get a little bit more, again, down your thigh. Bit more down the thigh, down the fronts of the thigh. That's it. So you're saying to yourself, I've got to land really lightly on the downbeat. That's it. Good. I still feel like I want your whole leg. That's better. That's better. Good job. That's it. So you really get the feel that your thighs are actually pulling down out of the hip socket. Does that make sense?
Yep.
But yeah, good. So you're really just, that's it. You feel like it's making her more forward?
Yeah.
Because I think every time you make that thigh correction, you actually have to do a little bit of a take my thigh off to do it. That's it. So you've got to, I don't quite mean it like that, but think of yourself like a clothes peg. Not a clothes peg that is inhibiting her, more a clothes peg, that's it. A clothes peg that is basically a thigh down both sides of her rib cage.
Yep.
That's it, helping you land lighter. Good girl. Good. Good. Good girl. Good job, clothes pegs. That's it. So you can still keep that feeling of your foot staying light in the stirrup. Good. 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 Yeah, well done. Yeah, well done. There.
Yeah.
Much more forward, hey?
Yeah.
Now, can you, just out of interest, just so for your benefit, put yourself back into what you were doing with your thighs. Yep. Head comes up, back drops,
Yeah.
rhythm slows. So you go,
Yeah.
don't like that feeling. So now I'm going to go, yeah, well done. Good. It's that real, it's a real down the thigh feel. It's like I could almost cut your lower leg off
Yeah.
and then hang quite a strong weight on the bottoms of both of your knees. So the knees are being pulled down the two sides of her rib cage. Well done. Good. Can you get the thighs a little bit more back? That's it. That's it. Good job. Good job. Yeah, good. Yeah. It sounds a bit oxymoronish because you're pulling the thighs down, but then you are letting the knees come up every time you sit.
Yeah.
So you've got a double whammy. It's almost, it's thighs down as you rise and knees up a little as you sit.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. There you go.
Nice. Nice, Belle.
Good.
Yeah.
Well done. Then just say to yourself, see if you can maintain that feeling through the thigh. Good. Yeah, good. And it's so much about us being so mindful of how they need to lift their back
Yeah.
for their frame to be as we want. Most people
Yeah.
are thinking, I've got to get their head down.
Yeah, yeah.
But we've got to think, no, I'm not getting the head down. I'm lifting the horse's back up.
Yeah.
Good, thighs down. Yeah. And it's almost every time she goes a little bit hollow, you've got to go, can I get those thighs down even more? Good. So you're really saying to yourself, I want the feeling of a back lift. I'm lifting her back.
Whoa.
Lifting her back. That's it. Much better.
And it automatically puts the pelvis on the right angle.
Yeah, exactly. Good. 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 Well done. Pick her up into canter. Good. Now go thighs down. Good. So you want to keep the lightness in your stirrup, but keep the thigh pulling down. Up, up. Give her a little tickle on the shoulder. That's it. Just as a little healthy reminder. Good girl. Thighs down. Tap, tap. Because I can see when she's about to break.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like you do anything. So even just a little reminder on her shoulder now with your whip. Whoop, whoop. Good girl. That's it. Well done. Good job. Good job. Yeah. So just train her or train yourself as well. You're just catching the moment. Good. Thighs down. Catch the moment. Yeah. All about the rhythm. Good. And then back to TROT. Good. Well done. Now, keep your trot. Keep thinking about the thigh. Now, what we're going to do, we have done this before, but before we have a walk and change rein, good, thighs down. Yeah, that one. And then, like you said, it changed my pelvic position when I did my thigh rotation. That's better. Now you've got, oh, look at that rise trot mechanics. Can you feel how you've got more punch forward in the upbeat where normally I think you tend to get a little bit heavy on the downbeat.
Yeah.
So then she slows down and drops her back.
Yeah.
Ah, there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, good. Very
Good girl.
good.
Good girl.
That's it. Thighs down.
Good. Good.
Good. Good. That's it. Yeah, well done. Now, if you keep the same feel through the thigh, but just take your outside knee down a little more, your circle should get bigger. So you just go, right knee comes down more. There you go.
Yep.
Very good. Now go left knee down more and she should come in.
Yep.
And go outside knee down. Good. And then keeping always that feel of just, that's it, both thighs down, and that real sense of a lovely, clear, light downbeat, and a very good positive punch up. Good. All right, let's make a change of rein, and we'll have a fiddle around with that on the right rein. The change in the thigh, obviously, as you said, got your lower leg off, which then was actually creating more desire for her to go forward. You were then getting a better rise trot mechanic, so your hip joints were moving. But then what it helps you feel is the real pushing forward with your hands. So you can really feel, you know, your up downs in your rising trot are happening behind the hand. Your hands aren't coming back to your body too much.
Yep.
Goody, goody. All right, so when you're ready, we will take her up into TROT on a little bit of a right twizzle if you can.
Yep.
So again, you're just envisaging your carousel pole above your head locking into a runner. Keep her neck and head straight. Yep, straight head. So outside range just says, no, straighten, that's it, that's it. And then push the hand forward, thighs down. Good, good, good. Yep, well done. Very good. Yeah, so interestingly, I feel like your right knee comes forward more than your left one. Now you've changed direction.
Yep.
So you've almost got to feel, right, I need to get, if I can, even more of an inward rotation of my right femur.
Yep.
That's better. Well done. Down. That's it.
I can actually feel her rib cage under me.
Yay! Woohoo! Good job. That's super. Well done. Ready, we're going to go into canter.
And I'm not going to change anything. Good girl.
Good.
Good girl. The knee came forward.
It did, but that's okay because you noticed it, and that's half the battle. And be okay to give her a little shoulder tickle if you feel her going too slow.
Ah, didn't catch it. Knees back. Open.
Yeah, good, good, good. Like what you did with your right thigh. Well done. So again, it's still the oxymoron, boop, boop, of thighs down, knees up. So the knee up is going to help you plug it. That's it. That's better. That's better. Good job. Well done. And then think you're pushing your knuckles forward into an imaginary wall, which is going to help you switch your core on. Yeah. Which is your pressurization feeling through your tummy. Well done, you. Yeah. 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 Yeah, well done. Very good, Maria. When you're ready, take your downward and then find those thighs. Find those thighs. Down with the thigh. Feel the inside of the thigh with the stirrup leather.
Yep.
Yeah, good on you. Well done.
Good girl, Belle.
Very good feel.
Good girl.
Super. Keep doing what you're doing. That's lovely. The canter has nicely loosened her up. Very good. Keep feeling the stirrup leather on the inside of your thigh. Good. Keep, as you said, I can feel her rib cage. Yeah. Well.
And then when I get the drift here, outside knee down.
Which way is she drifting?
Towards my left.
No, so you go right knee down. So she follows the knee that lowers. Yeah, so if she drifts left, take your right knee down.
Okay.
So just think opposite knee to the side she's drifting. So right knee down. Good job. Good job. Good. Thighs back underneath you again.
Yep.
You feel how you just started getting heavy then?
Yeah.
Yeah, well done. That's it. You fixed it. Good girl. Nice. And then when you're ready, lovely. Lovely. Your rise trot doesn't look heavy anymore.
No.
It looks springy. Looks like your bottom is just springing up and down off a little soft trampoline of the back of the horse. Really nice. Well done. Good job. And then when you're ready, have a walk and let her have the buckle. Thighs, thighs. Yeah, good girl. Very good. So I think 2 really good things today. Your carousel pole twizzling.
Yep.
Which again is a great visualization because you just kind of know which button to press as per where she's trying to pull you off that runner.
Yep.
And then almost bigger than that was your thighs.
Yeah.
For sure.
Major.
So it just shows you how there has been a little bit of a handbrake on
Yes.
with the way your thigh has been coming out of your hip socket.
Yep.
And it's been actually just marginally putting you behind the movement, which then means you're slightly too heavy on her back, and then she's just like, nah, I'm going to slow down. And as soon as you sorted that out, she just went, yep, rhythm's better, she's more forward, back is lifted. Very, very good.
Yeah.
Super.
Well, guys, wasn't that an epic lesson? We've learnt so much, game changer. I've now got to rotate and use my leg in a whole different way, and what a difference it made. I can't wait to watch this back. I mean, you would have already seen it. I'm so dry, sorry. I need a drink. But yeah, that was just amazing. So I hope you guys learnt something. It's going to be hard. I'm going to be a bit sore tomorrow, I think, but it made such a huge difference to Bella, and the feeling I got was just out of this world. So I'm so looking forward to my next ride already. So please like, comment and subscribe if you don't already, and we will see you for the next video. Bye for now.